Today, we're diving into the latest developments in the Russia-Ukraine war, and it's looking like Ukraine could be facing some of its toughest days yet. American officials are sounding the alarm as Russia steadily gains ground in Ukraine. This marks the end of a months-long stalemate and has people in both Kyiv and Washington worried. Morale is taking a hit, and there's growing doubt about the sustainability of American support for Ukraine's war effort. The Ukrainian military is struggling. They're having a tough time recruiting new soldiers and equipping their units. And while they've managed to inflict heavy losses on Russian forces, Ukraine's own casualties are significant given their smaller size and resources. This raises the question, how much longer can Ukraine hold out against a larger, better-equipped adversary? Adding to these challenges, the war is taking a severe toll on Ukraine's economy. The government is fighting to maintain stability and provide essential services to its citizens. Despite all this, the resilience and determination of the Ukrainian people remain strong. Their commitment to defending their homeland is unwavering. Looking ahead, there's a glimmer of hope. Some American officials suggest that if international support for Ukraine continues through the next summer, Kyiv might have a chance to exploit Russia's vulnerabilities. Russia is expected to face shortages of soldiers and tanks, which could create an opportunity for Ukraine to regain lost ground. However, it's worth noting that earlier this year, U.S. analysts misjudged the situation. They believed that Russia's poorly trained forces would struggle to make significant gains. This miscalculation highlights just how difficult it is to predict the conflict's trajectory. The situation on the ground is fluid and ever-changing. Now, there's a new twist. Reports have emerged that North Korean troops are now involved in the conflict. This adds a whole new layer of complexity and raises concerns about further escalation. The international community is watching closely as this unpredictable element unfolds. And in a separate but related development, a former U.S. consulate worker in Russia, Robert Shonov, has been sentenced to over 4 years in prison on charges of gathering information about the war in Ukraine. The U.S. Embassy in Moscow has called the charges fabricated, viewing them as part of a broader effort to intimidate and silence dissenting voices. This incident further strains already tense relations between the United States and Russia. As we continue to monitor these developments, it's clear that the Russia-Ukraine war remains a complex and evolving conflict with far-reaching consequences. The future is uncertain, and the stakes are incredibly high.